been 2 weeks. How have you been? Did you enjoy the survival tournament? Well, we are back with the fourth week of Weekly Series and a new episode of Weekly PGI.S. And I'm your host, Sieun Choi. Let's go over what's happened during the last 3 weeks. But first, let's take a look at the winners of the Week 3 Weekly Final. They're currently number 1 in prize ranking. It's FaZe Clan! Yay! Let's go! So go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
I'm Gustav, and I'm the in-game leader for FaZe Clan.
And I'm Aitzi, the clown for FaZe Clan.
I'm Uba, I'm second clown for FaZe Clan.
And I'm FaZe, I guess third.
Oh, welcome. Good to see you here. So, do you guys know how much prize money you guys earned in 2020?
In 2020 you said, right?
Yeah.
So, I think it's around like 76,992.
How did you know? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's quick math.
Oh, but you guys, already earned over than $200,000 just by winning last weekly final. So, how does it feel to win the Week 3 weekly final?
I mean, it always feels great to win things, and we're pretty accustomed to it from past. And then we had a couple of bad tournaments and stuff, so it's always good to come back and win things.
Yeah. You guys seem to have the image of being a slow starters. So are you all aware of the fact that you guys get better as the tournament proceeds?
I mean, yeah, I would say in general, we pretty slow starters. You could tell that by week 1 and 2 we played really bad, and already week 3 now we're doing really well. So I would say we've seen a lot of improvement from us, and I think we're gonna do really well the last 3 weeks as well.
Although you guys got the spotlight in week 1 weekly survival by winning the last chicken dinner, but you ended up in 8th place in the weekly final in week 1, and you even failed to advance to the weekly final in week 2. So how was it able to come back so strong in week 3?
I mean, I think even after that first week where we qualified the last game, I think we instantly said that we played really bad that week and we didn't really deserve to go into finals at all. And then the second week we continued to play poorly, so then we tried to improve on those things, and then we played third week a lot better.
And I found something interesting while I was watching your screens. You guys seem to have better results in Iran Guild and Miramar, so what could be the reason for that?
I think in general Miramar is just a harder map sometimes depending on the circles, because it's less entry points into the circles, so you have less options to rotate and get into zones. If the zone is on the other side of the map, it's way harder on Miramar than it is on Erangel. So I think that's probably just the main reason.
Okay, thank you. And let's talk about the weekly final. Are you all ready for that? Gustav. So in the moment, wasn't it really dangerous to go through the frag grenades? I mean, it seems like ants could have shot you.
They sent me to nade the guy because I'm the smallest guy in the team. So no one could see me on the ridge because I'm only 4 or 5. I could just crawl on the ridge almost. And yeah, Ents couldn't see me at all. If it was any of the other guys, they would have been able to see them, I think.
Oh, all right, this is a different type of question. So here, did you guys intentionally sit back and watch Ents approach to the waterway, or could you have a better shot? Any chance?
Yeah, it was on purpose that we didn't kill Ents here, because we knew it was Gen G in the sewers, and we knew that they were probably the only team that could overtake us. So we really needed them dead, so we just let Ents push them here to kill them, and it worked out.
Next question. At this moment, which team is your biggest threat? I mean, who do you think is your biggest rival?
Do you have any rival?
Oh.
We usually say Liquid, but
They have been in all finals, but
they've been in all finals, but they haven't done super amazing. No. So I don't know. We don't really have any specific team we really care too much about.
Yeah, I would say maybe 4AM is playing really well. I mean, they didn't qualify to the last final, but overall they've been playing pretty decent, I would say. And
yeah, 4AM has played really well, and they're super aggressive, and it's really fun to watch them as well. So
yeah. Maybe also Gen Z, I also think they're playing really well right now, and yeah, also a big rival.
So you won the Week 3 weekly final and have been looking really great on screens. So what's your goal for the rest of the tournament? And do you have anything to say to your fans for supporting you?
I mean, we only have one goal, is to win every single week. But we'll see how it goes. I'll say it that way. And thanks for the fans for supporting us, cheering for us. It means a lot. Yeah, thank you.
I mean, we always appreciate the support from the fans, and it's like even though we do bad, they are still there for us, and it feels even better like when we finally do good, and they are just like still cheering for us, and I really appreciate that.
So this is for today, our interview, and good luck with your next weekly series and maybe finals. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've already gone through the half of PGI.S, but before we predict the week 4 weekly series, let's take a look at what's happened in last 3 weeks. Do you remember that Xiaolu made the very first kill at PGI.S Weekly Survival Week 1? Xiaolu from 4 AM has set lots of leg kills, including the very first kill in the Weekly Survival. He's the player who's been knocked the most so far, but also has the most kills. I wonder if he'll be able to keep this record up until the very end. And there have been so many impressive moments over the past 3 weeks. 4 AM versus Digital Athletics in the beginning is one of them. So, who's been using frag grenades the best? The answer is Curdy from Shoot to Kill. In 59 matches, he dealt more than 2,700 damages with just frag grenades. Oof. And TSG, the team that has consistently advanced to the weekly final, won first place in survival tournament. The record for the most kills in a single match goes to Lu from Virtus Pro. He put up 12 kills in the Week 3 weekly final and ended up winning a 20-kill chicken dinner. What kind of records will be set or broken in the second half of PGI.S? I can't wait to find out. The Week 4 weekly series begins today with Korean, Chinese, and European team each winning one weekly final. Let's take a look at some notable teams for this week. There are 7 teams who advanced to every weekly final. It's Team Liquid, OS, Virtus Pro, Africa Freaks, Shoot to Kill, TSG, and Genji. Of course, we should pay attention to these teams, right? But there's a team who's been making some big moves in the bottom 16. It's Metagaming. They also showed explosive performance in the survival tournament too. Their most outstanding player is Sparking. During the 10 matches of the bottom 16, he scored 23 kills and put up over 4,000 damage. Some good news for Metagaming is that Shulzon's condition is on the rise. Scoring 21 kills with 2,600 damage in the bottom 16 Week 3 shows that he and Sparking are ready to take on anyone. Of course, we'll have to see, but if there's any chance that Metagaming can make it to weekly final, it's probably going to be this week. Virtus Pro, who narrowly missed winning the Week 3 weekly final with a crazy upset, is also a notable team this week. Especially, Lu scored 12 kills and put up over 800 damage in the 4th match of the Week 3 weekly final, putting Virtus Pro in a great spot for many of their fights. Other teams should also look out for Spyro. He had a total of 12 kills during this weekly final, and 3 of them were even kill steals. Genji, another team that missed winning the Week 3 weekly final, is one of the strongest contenders for this week as well. The key player of this team is, you guessed it, Pio. During 10 matches of last weekly final, he put up more than 4,900 damage. It's about 44% of Genji's total damage in weekly final. With Korean, Chinese, and European team each winning one weekly final, if we have to pick a winning team from other regions, it could be probably from North America. Among those teams, let's pay attention to Shoot to Kill. Shoot to Kill is one of the 7 teams in the tournament that's advanced to all 3 weekly finals. They are also showing the most consistent performance, and it's all from living up to the kill in their name. The team with the most kills in Week 1 and Week 3 weekly final was Shoot to Kill. In Week 3 weekly final, Shoot to Kill put up 59 kills in 10 matches, which is also the highest kill count in any weekly final so far. Although all of the players from Shoot to Kill have been outstanding, let's take a look at Luke 12. He had the most kills and damage on the team, and 8 of the 70 kills were by headshots, which definitely shows how deadly his accuracy can be. Well, it's time to wrap up this week's weekly PGI.S. Which teams are going to make it through this week's weekly survival? And who's going to win the weekly final with 150,000 on the line? All of these answers and more are in this week's PGI.S. Make sure to tune in. And don't forget, the prize money is tremendously growing at this moment. Oh, and you haven't forgotten about the Pick'em Challenge, right? Especially, second sets of PGI.S items came out on February 27th. Get additional voting coupons from buying these items and participate in Pick'em Challenge to support your team. Thanks for watching Weekly PGI.S today, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!